locked the fuck in today. Uh, so it's like the fourth video of the day, but they've all been a little bit short. All right, so I did my call, cleaned up a little bit. All right, we're back to work. Back to work, everybody. So what's happening? So we read box, we read depth. So we read a box, we read depth, and then it's breaking. So left index is wrong. Okay. So box. If we look at what actually happens when we call box, and I want to simplify this API file. By the way, so element metadata should really only, it should write the type and the depth. And the depth is a uint8. It should write the type, then it should write the depth. Then it should write the quad, which is a size t, size t, size t, size t. Okay. So what happens if we don't set top left? Oh, another thing that's nice about this API is like you can just like comment out different lines and don't have to worry about like a comma at the end. Where do I want to go? I wanted to go back to solve, and I wanted to see. I mean, we could still left top width height. Yeah, I mean, and what? Okay. So if we stop here, it should all be 0. So it must be on the replace. Yeah, it must be in replace because frame. Because if we don't set anything, okay, yeah, these are all 0. But if we set like if we do left, I mean, man, I like, okay, hold on. I guess this is incorrect. Oh, well, depth is a uint8t. This is why realistically we should have like using depth t equals to uint8t. So that we stop with these silly confusions, and so that we can like just change the type quickly. We know an index is going to be a size t. We can use the enum names. Yeah. All right. This, let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, that's still wrong. That is still wrong. Okay, let's see. So if we go left, so like index should be 0. I guess okay. Let's think about this. If we say writer, what does write do? So we write at this plus the align. What does align up actually do? So it takes an offset and an alignment and gives you a new offset. So okay. So this gets called before we move anywhere. So if we go to left, it should be a line up of I guess we have like because I guess it does depend on your last thing. So maybe wait, we have reader buffer reader. We have something for this. Yeah, we have skip. Let's also add that for writer. But then where are we getting offset from? Okay, so offset then just becomes this. Let's not. Okay, I don't think that should be const. This should be. This API has a lot to be desired. Stood size t, because this should give us, like, if we want to say go to a certain offset, like starting at this offset, advance to as if you've read this type. So I think what we probably need to do is we probably need to do so auto offset equals w.lm buffer.writer dot skip element type offset, or no, idx, and then we say offset equals w.lm buffer.writer dot skip depth t. And then we say that there's got to be a cleaner way to do this. I mean, that is just, so let's say like left, well, let's comment these out and let's say dot left 50.f. Okay, let's see what we get there. All right, let's go to solve. No, constraint solver. Nope. All right, let's go here. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we get, because left index should still probably be 0. Okay. Now, this one, we are going to skip stood size t. Okay. And then width, we're going to do this twice. And then height, we're going to do this 3 times. But it's just going to be expert index and then offset. So we can get rid of that, and then we can say width, and then I mean we can literally just do this. Again, I mean this, like, guys, I'm embarrassed that my name is attached to this code. I'm going to fix it, trust. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then another one. I just have to figure out the best way to do it. Okay. So that's that, and then dir gets pretty much the same thing, except we're using dir and we're doing for, and then here we're doing that and then plus a layout direction, and we're passing in margin, and then here we're doing a also offsetting it by margin, and we're taking in a float, and then here, why do I keep, oh wait, yeah, that's correct. And then we also want to pass or skip a float. This maybe all of this gets pre-calculated. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. This is disgusting. I mean, it's just a bunch of addition, but it's just like, I don't know, maybe there's an elegant way to do this. Like, what are we actually doing, and what do we like this buffer API just is really in need of a good cleanup. All right. Moment of truth. What's in the stack? Left is at 16, top is at 20, width is at 0, height is at 0. Now, that can't be right. All right, well, 16, 20, 0, 0. Well, that's wrong. What happens if we just do this? Zero, 0. See, this is just like left. Let's see what values should be in here. All right, 0, 8, wait, why are we calling this again? 16. Okay, that was weird. I did not expect it to do that much. We only have one thing in the stack, and it should be 0, 0, width and height. See, that's still wrong, though. Ah, something's up. Because if we... The second one should be 8, right? Eight, yeah. I mean, should we do something like... this... reinterpret cast, buffer, offset. No, we don't call the destructor. Jesus Christ. We get a pointer to that, and we dereference it, and we say that equals value. What does that do? That could be wonky. Theoretically, it does the same exact thing. Okay. I'm gonna take out button just because I don't want to like deal with this a bunch. I want to keep these breakpoints in. 1, 2. Okay. Let's see what the stack says. 0 and 0. Okay. That is incredibly frustrating. Let's see if we're adding the right thing. So if the offset is 8 and the value is 0, and expert index is yeah. That's crazy because let's see if this makes sense. Let's read the freaking bytes. Okay. 1 byte is element type box. All right, well, we wrote 0, so hold on. Well, what's the endianness? That probably matters. Man, this is confusing. Okay. So it looks like 8 is there. Maybe what we need to do is see. If context. So if we want to read, this should go up to eight, and then let's just confirm that this looks the same. Okay. So that should be 0, the first one. And then the second one, offset, should be 16. And res. Okay, res is 8. Zero, 8, 0, 0. Okay, so why isn't it context dot stack dot back? Why is it 0? What the heliante, bro? Oh! 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 That's a doozy. Wait. I actually, hold on. This is going to be extra embarrassing because I'm actually pretty sure that bug is in the thumbnail of my last video. Haha. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm so stupid. All right, left top width height. Okay, for Christ's sake. Jesus, shit on a log. God. I hate doing shit like that. I hate it. All right, will it crash? It will crash. Okay, let's see what our stack looks like. 0, 8, 0, 0. Yay. Why are we reading parent? Okay. This is something we can work with. All right. Let's... All right. Let's run this back. Okay, so now, because like once we get this working, like that's fine, you know. That's a huge jumping off point. You know what I mean? Egg. All right. I'm gonna stop. Let me get rid of those. Okay. So let's confirm that these offsets look normal. Okay. This makes sense because we want a float, which is 4 bytes, and we want a op, which is theoretically 2 bytes, but it might be aligned up to 4. I don't know. Then this is just... So left index is 0. Okay. Okay, so we're reading the expression size. That's correct. Expression. Well, how does that work? Expression end is 8. Expression offset is 1. Oh, oh. Well, let's take a look at this. I wanted to add a breakpoint there. I don't know what happened. I thought I did, but it didn't work. Okay, so expression size is 6. Expression end is currently 0. Offset is currently 2. Offset. Okay, so we want this to occur up here. That was a bug. That's a bug because that's how it used to work before. And then I added this in there because I had this commented out, but we're actually using it. So, yeah, we want to move and then we want to consume. Like this should work. Like expression size should still be 6. Offset should be 2. Expression end is at 8. But we're not like moving. Okay. Okay, arg buffer is 0. All right, so eval, which, okay, we got pretty far. Let's see how we did. Left, top, width, height, resolve mask is 3. Okay, very good. Okay. So if height so while offset is less than expression end. See, All right, let's do one of these. And then let's walk through it. So, okay, that's fine. Let's step into it. Let's step over. Let's step in. All right, so we know the offset is 20, right? So, expression size is 0. Okay, that's we shouldn't ever have that. Why? That's so annoying. Like, look. Expression size is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expression size is 6. Padding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expression size is 1. 1. Ew. That is not aligned. That, my friend, is not aligned. Facts. So we're returning this. So we actually have the offset. We actually have the offset that we want, but we're writing it to the wrong place. So when we say There's an expression writer somewhere. Where's paradigm? Include v3. Why go back? Why go back? I wanted you there. Expression. Is it an expression tree? Nar. Maybe just expression. Nar. Oh, maybe it's in here. Okay, so we know the expression size. We say so we're returning this. But why are we writing it at the wrong? See, that doesn't make any sense. If we're gonna write 1, let's step through this because if we're gonna write 1, that doesn't make any sense. We write it. Okay, that should be 6. Okay, it's a pointer. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ooh, I don't know what the hell that means. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna end up. Okay. Oh. This should be then plus a. This should be like a line up size of a line of stud uint 16t. That's what that should be. Wow, I can't believe we haven't run into that problem before. I'm just gonna look because we know what the problem is. Bam! Stop. They call me Byte Buffer Bill. Oh, we're running it back. Does anything display? Whoa! Dope. Why is the background green? Oh, look, it is green. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Look at that. Alright. Let's get rid of this shit, huh? Well, consider renaming box to quad, make field attributes. No, those are both valid. I'll do these, though. I don't know. Should box be quad? Do we run into naming issues? Alright, I did it. If we accept an int, left, 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 right expression. Well, let's try that. And see if that works. Because yeah, they're represented as floats, but like nobody's really doing things at half pixels. Okay, nice, nice. Byte buffer build, the chosen one. All right, all right. I'm okay with this. All right. Oh wait, I added button back. I'm not seeing button. Where is button? Okay. Ooh. I mean, maybe that's the reason. Let's really hope for layout to not be broken because of everything I did. And it is. Okay. That's fine. What happens if we just add a regular quad? And just say style is... How do I specify? Oh, default. Background color is tie color or tie RGB 100.00 dot quad or dot yeah, I guess we could do dot size 500 by 500. Top left. Oh wait, yeah, it's not a. We do top left. I hate this. Whatever the shit this is. Can I turn this off? I thought I did turn this off. Like, whatever. Like I thought. That's just so annoying. All right, so the top left is op layout ledger y. Fascinating. Okay, well that's a problem. All right. All right. Back to work. Well, let's take out button. Let's do it with this one, which is more simple. All right, so our first thing, let's just make sure our element buffer makes sense. Or no, not our element buffer, our expression buffer. Okay, this must be 100, this must be 100. Then we have size 1 is 7, and we have size 2 is 8. So we should be getting content. Are we hitting the right wham and then wham? Okay. Contents width, cannot talk right now. I am recording a video. width, height. I'm busy, bro. Stop calling me, huh? I appreciate it. I love my friends. Okay. But then we should hit another. Then we eval the layout. We break. And then we should go back and hit another element type, which is a box. And then we hit the depth. And this depth should be 1. Ooh, but it's not. Alright. Why? It should be 1. Okay, depth T should not be declared in API.h. That is silly. Depth T should be. Do a stack pushback. Did I get like a snack from the store? I don't think so. Oh wait, I did. I bought pretzels, peanut butter pretzels. Okay. So the depth is 0. That's a problem. Begin should be increasing. So we run this and then. Okay, and then let's go back to element metadata, which okay. Write element metadata. Okay. Begin children. What? Don't we call quad again? Or are we calling a different quad this time? 1, 2. This must be a different quad. What? I don't understand. That should be. Why is that not? Ha! Hate myself. God, this video is just full of me making stupid mistakes. Let's get rid of all of this, because I thought we did. God. We gotta get rid of that solver thing. Okay. This should work. Get rid of that. And it's gone. Alright. What's the element type? Root. Alright. We can work with this. At least we're getting something that's not stupid. Alright, so we get a box. Then we get a box. Then we get a text. So where are we at? So that's pretty much it. That's the only things that are there. So buffer size is 168. I mean, now it's got to be done. What? Wait, that doesn't make sense. I thought... Oh, shit. Yeah, because eval quad doesn't actually read this stuff. Oh, and we don't even have to add width and height to text. So theoretically, we don't even... I mean, we could. But it's kind of like pointless. Oh no, I mean, we still need to read it. Haha, see, that would have been another stupid bug. To do potentially not even store this data. Facts. Because, I mean, we literally just get it right here. Alright, that looks good. And then button. I think we should go back to... Oh. Huh. Probably... See, then it's just going to be 100 and 100, right? Oh, no. Huh. Let's see. Let's see what happens when we break here. Because this is sort of, like, confusing to me. Zero and 0. Okay. Width and height. Okay, these are reasonable values, and we say that this is resolved. Okay. Now. For text, we don't want to do this. But let's see. If we say current quad dot width is 3519, and then we go down here, there's like 35, 19, and 19. Okay. Oh yeah, this will say like, if it's resolved, don't do anything. And then we don't want to affect the parent. But we do. In this case, we do. Because we're never going to pop. Right? Okay. Yay! 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 Everybody clap. Everybody clap for me. For me, for rewriting the thing that I've rewritten 10,000 times. In a slightly better way. Goodness gracious. Okay. Get rid of some of this dead code. Well, this isn't dead code, it's just commented code. Fuck that. Get rid of these fields, dumbass fields. Okay, so what happens if we have, because this way we could say like dot width is 500, right? This is actually the huge benefit, right? Is that we can create a button and then customize it. Yeah. So this is what we get from this whole API thing. This is all because I wanted to create widgets that return their elements. So we have some useful defaults, but if you want to say your button is going to be fixed to a certain size, then you go and do that. Like, when? You got it. You're already probably doing like an on mouse click or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know. All right, good shit.